are naked souls. As souls we stand forever naked. We can't dress up or mask ourselves or even hide, but must be just and true just as we are, in inescapable and utter nakedness, with all our lacks and wants, our wounds and sins, our ugliness and loads of gathered vices, but at the same time our true nature is exposed in all its naked beauty, which stands out incapable of being hidden, totally undressed forever to its basics, in which beauty there is nothing we can hide of what is true in us, which nakedness is totally reduced to basics of eternity. Våra nakna själar. Som själar står vi alltid nakna. Vi kan ej klä på oss, gömma oss eller maskera oss, men måste alltid stå rakt upp och ner så som vi är, i oundviklig och fullständig nakenhet med alla våra fel och sår och synder, all vår fulhet och vårt lass av lastbarhet. Men samtidigt står uppenbar vår verkliga natur i all sin nakna skönhet, som ej någonting kan dölja, avklädd till det endaste väsentliga, i vilken skönhet ingenting kan döljas av vad som är sant i oss, då denna nakenhet är reducerad till blott och bart vad som hör evigheten till. The decrepit dilettante. My love, I am sorry, but I am no good for you. Just a pathetic old invalid, and maybe even a freak, who has done nothing good in his life, and produced only failures, like one of those parasite amateurs who only turned out professionals working like hell for no gain and succeeding at nothing but wreckage. Still, there is something in this utter mess which was worth something in its vain effort, a kind of idealism buried alive under failures galore of disdained invalidity. I did it all just for love, even if that love only was constant in this, that it failed, being cursed and doomed to forever remain as alive as unlucky. We are the mutants who change the world without being seen or even noticed, since the highest responsibility is invisible and only can be handled with the utmost care, which necessitates all handling to be clandestine. Thus we do not interfere nor disturb, but do our work in stubborn silence just to get it done, because if we don't do it, no one else will, and it must be done in order for the world to stay alive and never stop its urge for life, which is its constant recreation. You stole my heart, but I did not object. I let you steal it more than willingly, so I suggest you keep it, safe, because I think it would be safe with you, perhaps more safe than even with myself, since it is better out of me than burning out inside me, just for thee, so it is yours to blend with yours in harmony of love out of our minds. Du stal mitt hjärta, men jag hade ingenting emot det. Jag var mer än villig därtill, så du kan behålla det i gott förvar, ty det är säkrare hos dig än hos mig själv, då det är bättre utom mig än att det bränner ut mig blott för dig, så det är ditt att blandas med ditt eget i vår kärleksharmoni helt ifrån våra sinnen. How can I reach you when you aren't here? How can I love you when I cannot see you? Must we then rely entirely on just our souls and their vague metaphysical antennae just to live, and let our love survive with difficulty on the ice of our frustration, brutally reduced to basics of our soul, in the supremest narrow-mindedness of humiliated ashes of our fire? But from fire rise the phoenix, and there's a hope to rise again from ashes triumphantly, to once again burn out and die in mortal glory, more resplendent for its love than all eternity. How shall I describe you? In my old age I have reached my dotage, and want words to say the least, since I'm lost and out of definition, out of my senses and of orientation, and can only laze bemused in gaga, thinking but of you in stupefied infatuation, like an idiot lolling out of reach, lost to reality and to translation, since I stumbled into some strange alien dimension out of this world into you. So here we are and can do nothing but accept the facts and sort things out, and do the best of it with lots of work, although love is a thing that no man ever did succeed in working his way out of. I can only think of you with love. I care not much for riches and own nothing, but my heart and feelings are a bottomless infinity, of which I generously can afford to spend forever. But what worth can all this nothing be to you, all abstract without sustenance, all air and spirit, wind that blows away, perhaps to change his way and mind tomorrow in another wayward alien direction? Still the wind of warmth is now in your direction, which irrevocable fact not any human history can change, and which I stand for here and now in perfect honesty, to spite all history that dares to challenge it or change it. The poet's prayer: let our life be only beauty, and let all things non-beauteous be banished. Let our life be filled with poetry, to such degree that nothing else but poetry may rule. Let our lives be free from conflict and contention, so that harmony and concord rule alone. Let nothing evil ever cross our path or brains, but may only goodness come out of our lives, and spread all round to our environment, and thus make every human being better constantly and in continuous development for all humanity and for the world. Poetens bön: gör vårt liv till bara skönhet och låt allt icke-skönt förvisas. Fyll vårt liv med poesi så mycket att blott poesin tar alldeles plats. Låt våra liv få vara fria ifrån krockar och konflikt, så att blott endräkten och harmonin må härska. Släpp aldrig något ont in på vår väg och i vårt sinne, men må bara gott bli resultatet av vårt liv, och låt dess godhet spridas vitt omkring oss, och så göra varje människa något bättre, oavbrutet och kontinuerligt med vår mänsklighet och all vår värld. Ways of escape. There is always a way out. There is always an escape, a crack and hole in every fencing wall, a possibility to sneak away, a way out to development from every prison, even for your spirit to evade and cheat your invalidity. Since every fortress has a weakness, all that stops you is in vain, impossibilities are lies preposterous, and life consists of only openness, to which old brother Death himself is but another option. Vägen ut. Det finns alltid en väg ut. Det finns alltid möjlighet till flykt. En sprick och ett hål i varje instängdhet. En möjlighet att smita. En utvecklingsmöjlighet till flykt från varje fängelse, och särskilt för din ande. Att undvika kroppens invaliditet och lura den, då varje ointaglig fästning har sin svaghet. Allt som stoppar dig är fåfängt, allt omöjligt är absurda lögner bara. då allt liv består av bara öppenhet, där själva döden bara är en annan möjlighet. You carried off my soul to alien lands, so let me carry yours and even further. Let us fly together off from everywhere and never rest to let ourselves be known to the futility of the particulars of mortals. But although we may travel continents apart, so let us never separate, but keep together like a single soul. For if a soul is intact in profound integrity, no mortal or mundane authority of folly can ever break it up with any force, since even continents apart will cease to keep them separated, our souls will be united irrevocably and inseparably, just to spite the vanity of mortal banal triviality. The Irish Argument after John Bede. Going down the bleeding heart of Ireland, the depth of history reveals innumerable wounds like of a raped mother. Since Ireland was christened long before the English, who for centuries were arduously compelled to seek protection against civil wars and barbarism in most remote and isolated places, such as Lindisfarne and Iona, just to survive, while Ireland was gloriously alive and making harps, committing all their life to culture and to music. All we could do about Britain was to pity their barbarity, as they oppressed us in the Middle Ages, occupied us and turned Ireland into endless civil wars, and slaughtered us through centuries to crown their senseless cruelty by ethnic cleansing, planting Protestantic Englishmen in Ulster, the worst thing that England ever did to Ireland. And so we pitied them, and even more when they went into the Great War, partaking in the massacre of humankind and of civilization, at which point the best thing we could do was simply finally, once and for all, to leave them on their own. And thus we still continue pitying them today, but think they should be better off without us. Questions not to be asked from the voice of experience. What do we know except nothing? What's the worth of all knowledge but air? How true is my love in your absence? What dreams can ever come true? Reduce me to basics and truth, and nothing remains of what in me is human, since all that is human and live is in vain. Just a hazard connection, a random engagement, a blow in the air of a wind without trace, just a normal nonsensical dream to be easily obliterated at once, like the puff of a long ago vanished forgottenness. Is love then no more than the vilest of self-deceits? Why do we love if not to be deceived? Your questions, my son, are not to be asked, since the answer can but be the infinite silence of nothing. So love while you can, and use your love well, and at best you might get some good poetry out of it. No, you are wrong, old man, I must object. Your experience is false if your poetry is all you get. For if something is poetry, then there was meaning behind it, and then it was worth it and can't be reduced any more to anything less than the truth of your feelings' dynamics, of more universal commotion than all supernovas together. And what then is that worth, the puff of all novas together? Exactly, that is what I mean. One moment of love, and the shortest of dreams, is of more vital consequence than the Big Bang.